there, welcome to today's class. We were studying about permanent tissues. Permanent tissues are derived from meristematic tissues, but they have lost the power of cell division. They are of two types, simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. We have studied in detail about simple permanent tissue in the previous class. Today, let us take up the topic complex permanent tissue. Complex permanent tissue. Complex permanent tissue consists of different types of cells. Having common origin. They have a common origin. That is, they have been originated from the same place. They have common origin, which work together as a unit. And perform a similar function. Okay. So tissues means they are a group of cells. So they are a group of cells that have the common origin and they perform similar function, or they perform a common function. Okay. Now it is of two types. It consists of two types, that is xylem and phloem. So let us discuss about them one by one. First is xylem. It is a vascular, okay, it is a vascular and mechanical tissue. अब vascular भनेको चाहिँ के हो भन्दा चाहिँ जसले ट्रान्सपोर्ट गर्छ मटेरियल्सहरुलाई ट्रान्सपोर्ट गरे भने त्यो चाहिँ vascular tissue हुन्छ. Mechanical tissue provides protection and support to the plant. Okay, so it is a vascular and mechanical tissue, दुईटै काम गर्छ. अनि त्यहाँदेखि it is mainly responsible, के गर्छ यसले भन्दा चाहिँ it is mainly responsible for the conduction of water. So conduction means transportation, okay, conduction of water and dissolved minerals from roots to the top of the plant. So it is a water conducting tissue. So यसले के conduct गर्दै रहेछ water, यसलाई water transport गर्दै रहेछ. That is why it is a vascular tissue. Okay, it is a water conducting tissue. So xylem भन्ने साथ you have to associate it with transportation of water. Okay, it conducts water only in one direction. एक direction मा मात्रै है, only in one direction. एउटै direction मा मात्रै transport गर्छ water. That means from the roots to the top of the plant. So that means vertically. So यसरी ठाडो मुनि roots हुन्छ, roots देखि top of the plant मा चाहिँ उले पानीलाई के गर्छ transport गराउँछ. Okay, now this xylem is made up of, consists of 4 different types of cells. Okay, since it is a tissue, so it is made up of 4 different types of cells. के हो अस्ति मैले क्लासिफिकेसन गराउँदाखेरि देखाएको थिए 4 different types of cells: tracheids, vessels, xylem fibers and xylem parenchyma. Okay, so let us take up one by one. So first we will deal with tracheids. Okay, tracheids is a type of a cell that makes up the xylem. Okay, study about tracheids. Tracheids. Okay, these are dead, elongated भनेको लामो, elongated cells with tapering ends. Okay, with tapering ends, somewhat like a long empty tube. Okay, लामो हुन्छ, elongated भनेको लामो, dead हुन्छ, tapering ends भनेको दुईपट्टि चुच्चो हुन्छ. Okay, यस्तो परेको हुन्छ. Okay, so it is tapering at both the ends and it is a long empty tube. खाली pipe जस्तो भनौं न. Okay, it is a long empty tube. Its walls are very thick. यसको wall चाहिँ एकदमै मोटो हुन्छ. किन भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ due to the deposition of lignin. Okay, deposition of lignin. Lignin, in the last class we studied that lignin is a type of hydrocarbon made up of carbon and hydrogen. Okay, अनि त्यहाँदेखि it forms a long row placed one above the other. So यसले चाहिँ पाइप जस्तो फर्म गर्छ किनभने यसले के गर्छ कन्डक्सन गर्छ नि त. ओके, सो यसरी एउटा माथि अर्को अर्को माथि अर्को गरेर चाहिँ it forms a long row. Okay, now place of occurrence कहाँनिर हुँदो रहेछ त यो tracheids? It is found in lower vascular plants. Okay, lower vascular plants. Lower vascular plants means पहिलानिर आएको plants. These are primitive kind of plants. Lower vascular plants, that is in the xylem of pteridophytes. In the xylem of pteridophytes and gymnosperms, but are absent in angiosperms. Okay, but are absent in angiosperms. Now, what is pteridophyte? Pteridophyte or gymnosperms, angiosperms is a plant को different classification हो. Okay, plant different types को हुन्छ. So त्यसमा चाहिँ pteridophytes भनेको चाहिँ these are the first terrestrial vascular plants. Terrestrial भनेको first land plants हो, तर यो चाहिँ primitive हुन्छ. जस्तो let me give you the example of pteridophytes. Ferns हरु हामी उन्युहरु भन्छ नि है, mosses झेउहरु, these are pteridophytes. So उनीहरुकोमा यो tracheids हुन्छ. Alright, and in gymnosperms also. Gymnosperms are naked seeded plants. उनीहरुको seed हुन्छ तर त्यो seed लाई fruit ले cover गरेको हुँदैन. Okay, for example cycas and pinus. Okay, cycas भनेको घरहरुतिरमा हामी रोप्छ नि एउटा ठूलो बढेको दाना जस्तो हुन्छ, that is cycas, and pinus are the धुप्पीहरुको. Right, so these are gymnosperms, but these are absent in angiosperms. Angiosperms भनेको these are modern plants भनौं न. They have seeds also, they have fruits also, they have flowers also. त्यस्तोलाई चाहिँ हामी angiosperms भन्छ. So angiosperms यो modern plants मा चाहिँ हुँदैन, उहिलेको primitive plants हरुमा चाहिँ यो tracheids हुन्छ. Okay, now what is its function? यसले काम के गर्छ भन्दाखेरि it helps in conduction of water. पानी लान्छ है, जरादेखिको माथि लान्छ. अन्त अर्को काम चाहिँ के गर्छ भन्दा चाहिँ provides mechanical support to the plants. Okay, provides mechanical support to the plants. So this was the first type of xylem. अब हेरौं अर्को tracheids थियो first. Okay, first type of cells that makes up the xylem. Now second type of cells that makes up the xylem is vessels. Okay, now let us study about vessels. त्यसको काम के रहेछ, त्यो कहाँ पाइँदो रहेछ, त्यसको विषयमा डिटेलमा पढौं. Okay, so vessels. These are formed by the dissolution of end walls of a number of cells placed one above the other. Okay, placed one above the other, so that a single long duct is formed. So यो चाहिँ कसरी बनिएको हुँदो रहेछ भन्दा चाहिँ एउटा सेल माथि अर्को सेल माथि अर्को सेल, तर त्यो सेलको सेल वाल्स जति चाहिँ जम्मै गायब भएको, dissolution means disappear भएको. Okay, so it forms a single long duct, लामो पाइप जस्तो यस्तो हुन्छ. Okay, it is formed of number of cells, तर यो सेल्स को सेल वाल्स के भएको हुन्छ, dissolve भएको हुन्छ. So just it forms, it is just like a pipe. Okay, it is like a single long duct. Okay, now यसको चाहिँ कस्तो हुन्छ भन्दा चाहिँ सेल वाल चाहिँ it is moderately thick भनेको ठिकैको छ, सारो अर्को के रे ट्र्याकेट्स को जस्तो एकदम बाक्लो हुँदैन, ठिकैको मात्र हुन्छ. Cell is moderately thick. It is lignified, that means the cell wall is made up of lignin, and the lumen is wide. Lumen is wide. Lumen भनेको चाहिँ यहाँ भित्रको स्पेस यो जुन चाहिँ छ, this is wide. Okay, now place of occurrence कहाँ पाइँदो रहेछ यो, place of occurrence, it is found in the xylem of angiosperms. अघिकोमा चाहिँ एन्जियोस्पर्म्स मा हुन्थेन, यो चाहिँ एन्जियोस्पर्म्स मा हुन्छ, but is absent in xylem of pteridophytes. Pteridophytes को xylem मा हुँदैन, and it was also absent in the xylem of some हैन most gymnosperms. प्राय जस्तो gymnosperms मा पनि यो हुँदैन, and most gymnosperms. Okay, function मा के रहेछ, यसको काम के रहेछ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ to conduct water and minerals. To conduct water and minerals. So यसले के गर्छ, water र minerals बोक्छ. अब हेर्नुस्, minerals चाहिँ it is dissolved in water. Okay, minerals say, you know that water dissolves a number of substances. थुप्रो सब्स्टेन्सहरु डिजल्भ हुन्छ पानीमा, जस्तो चिनी हुन्छ, सुगर हुन्छ, even gases, liquids, they can dissolve in water. So water is also known as universal solvent. Okay, so यहाँनिर minerals पनि पानीमा dissolve हुन्छ. So when water is taken up by the roots, minerals are also taken up along with it. Okay, so यो चाहिँ थियो vessels. Now let us move on to the third type of cells that is present in xylem. त्यो चाहिँ हो xylem fibers. Okay, xylem fibers, what is its function, what is its, where is it found, त्यसको विषयमा let us study. So third type of cells that make up the xylem is xylem fibers. Okay, xylem fibers. Now these are made up of long, narrow cells, tapering at at both ends. So यो पनि लामो cells narrow भनेको यस्तो with अघिको चाहिँ lumen wide थियो ठुलो हुन्थ्यो यसमा चाहिँ सानो हुन्छ ओके so it is long narrow cells tapering at both ends. These are sclerenchymatous dead cells with lignified walls. So cell walls ma chai lignin huncha walls. Okay, now where is it present? Kaha hunda rahecha? Place of occurrence. It is found abundantly भनेको ज्यादा मात्रामा found abundantly in woody dicotyledons. Okay, it is found abundantly in woody dicotyledons. Dicotyledons मैले जे भनेको थिए जसलाई चाहिँ यसो बाहिरको बोक्रा तास्दाखेरि चाहिँ दुईटा निक्ल्यो भने चाहिँ that is dicotyledons. For example, gram, cashew, pea, all these are dicots. Ra place of occurrence भयो. Now let us talk about the function. What is the function of xylem fibers? Xylem fibers they provide mechanical support. यसले चाहिँ सपोर्ट दिन्छ. यसले कन्डक्सनमा हेल्प गर्दैन. यसले खाली सपोर्ट मात्रै दिन्छ. Okay, now the fourth type of cells that is present in xylem is xylem parenchyma. Okay, xylem parenchyma. Now these are living. यो चाहिँ dead थियो, यो चाहिँ living parenchyma छ. So living parenchymatous cells. Parenchymatous cells with thin cellulose walls. यानी चाहिँ cell wall thin हुन्छ त्यो पनि it is made up of cellulose. Cellulose is a type of carbohydrate. Okay, now कहाँनिर पाइन्छ? Where is it found भन्दा चाहिँ place of occurrence it is found in present in primary and secondary xylem. Okay, primary xylem भनेको चाहिँ कस्तो xylem भन्दा चाहिँ it is formed from apical meristem. Okay, apical meristem बाट बनिएको हुन्छ. Secondary xylem is formed from lateral meristem. प्राइमेरी चाहिँ किन भनेको यसलाई भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ किनभने यो चाहिँ प्राइमेरी ग्रोथ हुँदाखेरि पलाएको हुन्छ नि त. प्राइमेरी ग्रोथ भनेको लास्ट टाइम मैले लास्ट क्लासमा भनेको थिएँ जब एउटा प्लान्टको लेन्थमा ग्रोथ भयो भने चाहिँ त्यसलाई प्राइमेरी ग्रोथ भन्छ. सो व्हेन primary growth is taking place in plant, this xylem develops. So this is primary xylem. Lateral meristem भनेको जब चाहिँ secondary growth भनेको चाहिँ जब plant को thickness बढ्छ त्यति बेला पनि एउटा xylem बनिन्छ, that is secondary xylem. Okay, so it is present in both primary as well as secondary xylem. Okay, now let us study about the function. Function ma it stores food material. Okay, stores food material, and it also helps in the conduction of water. Okay, so यो चाहिँ त्यो xylem र त्यसको cells. Now again complex permanent tissue को it is of two types भनेर पढेको थियो. First is xylem, second is phloem. So let us study about phloem. Okay, phloem के हो यसको विषयमा पढौं. Phloem. Okay, now it is a living conducting tissue. conducting means transporting tissue. It is contains tubes. It contains tubes just like xylem. Xylem जस्तै यो पनि पाइपहरुले बनिएको हुन्छ, but it does not perform mechanical function. Okay, but does not perform mechanical function. Mechanical function perform गर्दैन भनेको यसले प्रोटेक्सन चाहिँ प्रोवाइड गर्दैन, यसले खाली बोक्ने काम गर्छ। के बोक्छ? फुड बोक्छ। ओके, ट्रान्सपोर्ट्स or conducts food products, okay, food products from green and storage parts of the plant, storage parts of the plant to other organs. So यसले चाहिँ फुड ट्रान्सपोर्ट गर्छ है। फ्लोएमले फुड ट्रान्सपोर्ट गर्छ, जाइलमले वाटर ट्रान्सपोर्ट गर्छ। सो फुड कहाँबाट ट्रान्सपोर्ट गर्छ? ग्रीन पार्ट्समा बनिन्छ फुड, सो त्यहाँबाट, अनि स्टोरेज पार्ट्सबाट चाहिँ अरू पार्ट्समा चाहिँ के गर्छ? फुडलाई चाहिँ ट्रान्सपोर्ट गराउँछ। ओके, नाउ द मटेरियल्स क्यान मुभ इन बोथ डिरेक्सन्स। माथि पनि मुभ गर्न सक्छ मटेरियल, तल पनि झर्न सक्छ। अघिकोमा हेर्यो भने चाहिँ जाइलममा चाहिँ एउटै डिरेक्सनमा मात्रै पानी मुभ गर्दैछ, तर यहाँ त्यस्तो हुँदैन, माथि पनि जानु सक्छ, तल पनि आउनु सक्छ। ओके, इट इज अल्सो कल्ड बास्ट। फ्लोएमलाई चाहिँ अर्को नाम चाहिँ यसको के हो? इट इज अल्सो कल्ड बास्ट। इट इज अगेन मेड अप अफ 4 टाइप्स अफ सेल्स, 4 डिफरेंट टाइप्स अफ सेल्स। के हो? Sieve elements, companion cells, phloem fibers and phloem parenchyma. So let us take up the cells one by one. First, let us talk about sieve elements. Okay, sieve elements. These are made up of thin-walled, elongated cells placed end to end, forming a slender tubular structure. हेर्नुस् है, यो चाहिँ लामो इलोंगेटेड भनेको लामो थिन वॉल्ड सेल्स बनिएको हुन्छ। त्यो पनि सेल्सहरु पनि एक अर्कादेखि एउटाको माथि अर्कोको माथि यसरी प्लेस भएर चाहिँ एउटा लामो ट्युब जस्तो स्ट्रक्चर बनाएको हुन्छ। ओके, फंक्सन यसको काम के रहेछ भन्दा चाहिँ इट इज responsible for the conduction of prepared food. Okay, responsible for the conduction of prepared food. So बन्नेको खानालाई चाहिँ उले डिफरेंट पार्ट्स मा बोकेर लान्छ। Now second type of cells that make of phloem is companion cells. Companion भनेको के हो भन्नुस् त? Companion, everybody has a companion, that is friend. Okay, so साथीलाई चाहिँ हामी companion भन्छ। यसलाई किन companion cells भनेको भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ त्यो चाहिँ sieve elements जुन चाहिँ छ, sieve tube त्यसको साइडमा बस्छ अनि यसले चाहिँ sieve tubes लाई हेल्प गर्छ नि त, त्यो prepared food लानुमा हेल्प गर्छ। That is why this is companion cells. Okay, companion cells. Right, these are living parenchymatous cells. Parenchymatous cells lying on the sides of sieve tubes. So function मा यसले के काम गर्छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ it helps sieve tubes in the conduction of prepared food. यसरी चाहिँ बसेको हुन्छ ओके I'm just making a rough diagram now. You just suppose a sieve tube ho bhani, this is sieve tube or we call it as the sieve elements, sieve tube element. So your sieve tube element ko yaha side ma chai you will find cells. These cells are called companion cells. Okay, companion cells bhन्छ यसलाई. So यो companion cells ले चाहिँ यसलाई चाहिँ के गर्छ food conduct गर्नुमा help गर्छ. Okay. Now the third type of cells that is present in phloem is phloem fibers. Phloem fibers. Okay. Phloem fibers are thick walled. यिनीहरु चाहिँ thick walled हुन्छ. Thick walled fibers with simple pits. Pits भनेको दुलो. Okay. Holes with simple pits. These are dead. You dead हो. जब living मा हुन्छ, in living condition, they provide support. Okay, they provide support. Provide support. So dead हुन्छ अनि त्यसले गर्दाखेरि fibers हो धागो जस्तो हुन्छ. So it is used for making ropes and rough cloth. Okay. Rough खालके लुगाहरु बनाउनुमा ropes बनाउनुमा चाहिँ we use phloem fibers. Now let us move on to the last type of cells that make up phloem, that is phloem parenchyma. Okay, phloem parenchyma. These are intermingled. These are intermingled with sieve tubes and these are parenchymatous. These are parenchymatous cells. Okay, these are parenchymatous living cells. All right, यो parenchymatous living cells. Okay, अब यसले चाहिँ के गर्दै रहेछ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ function. Okay, it is used to store food and also assist in the transport of food materials. Okay, transport of food materials. Okay, यो चाहिँ थियो complex permanent tissue. Okay, now let us move on to the last subtopic of the chapter, that is protective tissue. Okay, protective tissue. Now protective tissues are derived from a portion of meristematic tissue. यो चाहिँ meristematic tissue बाट लिएको tissue हो. तर यसले चाहिँ जहाँसुकै होस् plant मा, तर यसले एउटै मात्रै काम गर्छ. Okay, they perform only a similar function. They perform a similar function. So, protective tissue. Derived from a portion of meristem, that is meristematic tissue, and perform similar function irrespective of its position. जहाँसुकै होस्, सेलमा, प्लान्टमा जहाँसुकै लोकेट भएको होस्, but it will perform the same function, that is usually protection. Okay, so it consists of epidermis and cork. So epidermis and cork. So दुईटैको विषयमा हेरौँ. Okay, first let us deal with epidermis. Okay, epidermis is the outermost covering of plant organs. Plant organs सबभन्दा बाहिर हुन्छ. It is usually single layered. Okay, यो single layered हुन्छ. अनि त्यहाँदेखि surface of epidermis bears a waterproof waxy material called cutin. So माथिपट्टिको जुन चाहिँ surface को epidermal cells छ त्यसमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ, एउटा waterproof waxy substance हुन्छ, त्यसलाई चाहिँ हामी भन्छौं cutin. Okay, cutin, these are living cells. These living cells are elongated and flattened. Okay, elongated and flattened, एकदम लामो चेप्टिकाको cells हुन्छ. Cells without intercellular space. यो cells मा intercellular spaces हुँदैन. Okay, अन्त in leaves यो epidermis मा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भन्दा चाहिँ epidermis bears tiny pores or small pores, सानो सानो holes हुन्छ, called stomata. Okay, called stomata. सिंगल चाहिँ एउटा मात्रैलाई चाहिँ स्टोमा भनिन्छ, थुप्रो छ भने चाहिँ स्टोमाटा. सो थुप्रो हुन्छ त्यो लिव्स मा. अनि each stoma is bounded by a pair of bean shaped epidermal cells called guard cells. Okay, guard cells ले चाहिँ त्यसलाई बाहिरबाट बाउन्ड गरेको हुन्छ. which regulate भनेको कन्ट्रोल गर्नु the opening and closing of stomata. Okay, यसले चाहिँ के रेगुलेट गर्दै रहेछ, के कन्ट्रोल गर्दै रहेछ यो गार्ड सेल्सले भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ it regulates the opening and closing of stomata. Regulate the opening and closing of stomata. So stomata को structure मा के कस्तो हुँदो रहेछ भन्दा चाहिँ it is made up of bean shaped. bean भनेको सिमीको दाना जस्तो. Okay, bean shaped pair हुन्छ, दुईटा हुन्छ. these are guard cells. हो यो बीचको ओपनिङ लाई चाहिँ हामी भन्छ स्टोमाटल पोर. ओके, सो यो स्टोमाटल पोर चाहिँ यो स्टोमाटल पोर लाई चाहिँ क्लोज गर्नु ओपन गर्नुमा चाहिँ यो गार्ड सेल्स ले हेल्प गर्छ. ओके, नाउ लेट अस स्टडी अबाउट द फंक्शन अफ these epidermis. किन के काम गर्छ भन्दाखेरि नामै त प्रोटेक्टिभ टिस्यु हो. सो यिनीहरुले के गर्छ, प्रोटेक्सन गर्छ. केबाट प्रोटेक्सन गर्छ, इन्जरीबाट, इन्फेक्सनबाट प्रोटेक्सन गर्छ. सो फंक्शन नंबर 1 मा it helps in protection from injury and infection. infection भनेको बिमारीहरुबाट पनि बचाउँछ. ओके, इन्फेक्सन मा हेल्प गर्छ. नंबर 2, क्युटिकल of epidermis waxy coating ले बनिएको हुन्छ, त्यसलाई चाहिँ क्युटिकल भनिन्छ. सो यो क्युटिकल अफ epidermis regulate loss of water from leaves by evaporation to prevent desiccation. सो यो एपिडर्मिसले चाहिँ के गर्छ लस अफ वाटर प्रिभेन्ट गर्छ किनभने त्यो स्टोमाटाबाट त पुरा बेसी पानी निस्केर जानु सक्छ लिफको सर्फेसबाट पानी निस्केर जानु सक्छ सो त्यो क्युटिकलले चाहिँ के गर्छ प्रोटेक्सन गर्छ अनि प्लान्ट्सलाई डेसिकेट हुन दिँदैन डेसिकेट भनेको ओभर ड्राइनेस हुनु दिँदैन ओके थर्ड फंक्शन इज स्टोमाटा that is present in epidermis this stomata के गर्छ यसले यो स्टोमाटाले it allow gaseous exchange during respiration and photosynthesis okay so अब तपाईहरुलाई याद छ प्लान्ट्सले रेस्पिरेसन पनि गर्छ फोटोसिन्थेसिस पनि गर्छ सो ड्युरिङ रेस्पिरेसन oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is given out whereas in photosynthesis just opposite हुन्छ carbon dioxide is taken in and oxygen is given out so कहाँबाट हुन्छ त्यो चाहिँ भन्दा चाहिँ यो स्टोमाटाबाट हुन्छ यहाँबाट entry and exit of gases हुन्छ okay it helps in entry and exit of gases alright so यस्तो पाराले चाहिँ they allow gaseous exchange stomata allow gaseous exchange and fourth function is facilitates transpiration ma यसले help गर्छ transpiration means loss of water okay from the plant surface now next type of protective cells चाहिँ cork cells हो now do you know who discovered cell which scientist discovered cell हामीले we've already studied this in the previous chapter the fundamental unit of life मा हामीले पढेको छ कुन चाहिँ साइन्टिस्टले चाहिँ सेल डिस्कभर गर्नु भएको थियो Robert Hooke I hope you got it right it's Robert Hooke in the year 1665 र तपाईले अगर if you remember Robert Hooke ले आफूले बनाएको एउटा primitive simple microscope थियो त्यसमा चाहिँ उहाँले जब cork cells observe गर्नुभयो त्यति बेला चाहिँ cork observe गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ he discovered cells okay so let us know what is cork Robert Hooke ले फर्स्ट मा हेर्नु भएको डिस्कभर गर्नु भएको cork चाहिँ खासमा के रहेछ त भन्दाखेरि these are dead cells okay dead cells without intercellular space यो dead cells हो यसमा intercellular space हुँदैन okay now they appear at the periphery भनेको boundary मा periphery of roots and stems when the plant grow older अलिक बुढो हुँदै गएपछि प्लान्ट बुढो हुँदै गएपछि अनि त्यसको थिकनेस बढ्दै गएपछि चाहिँ के हुन्छ त्यो चाहिँ यो कर्क चाहिँ आउँछ appear हुन्छ okay it is filled with resins and tannins what are resins and tannins these are the excretory substance of plant excretory substance that is present in plants and these are very thick walls they have very thick walls okay they have very thick walls अब यसको function function ma again your protective role so it provides protection from external injury and infection second ma chai cha prevents desiccation dryness prevent garcha by preventing loss of water okay and a third function is that it does not catch fire easily so it is used as an insulation and shock absorber so it is used as as insulator को रूपमा युज हुन्छ and shock absorber in linoleum used in flooring. हामी भुइँमा त्यो प्लास्टिक जस्तो कार्पेट ओछ्याउँछ नि यहाँ चाहिँ मोटो खालके that is linoleum and that is made from cork. Okay, and the last function is that it is used in sports goods ma use huncha. Okay, that is in shuttlecock बनाउँदा use हुन्छ. shuttlecock भनेको कक हामी ब्याडमिन्टन खेल्दाखेरि र्याकेट खेल्दा युज गर्ने. त्यहाँदेखि टेबल टेनिसको ब्याट भन्छ नि हामी है, एक्चुअली इट इज प्याडल. cricket balls etc. Okay, so with this we've come to the end of the chapter tissues.